Okay guys, so I hope you saved your sketches from last week, because we're going to be using those sketches this week to make our figure drawings or our gesture drawings look even more realistic. So in this next video, what you get to see is the first step that we're going to do, which we call fleshing out, where we add our muscles onto our stick figures that we basically made last week. And the next step is, after that, we're going to be adding clothes and hair and other details that you would see, trying to take our sketches into more of a final artwork. And last step, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is to choose one of your favorites that you've drawn and get those colored in, or at least one of them. You can color in more, and so that we can kind of see maybe a final artwork out of just what you guys have been sketching last week and what you're creating your final artworks this week. Alright, so the next few videos you get to see how we can do that. Okay guys, hopefully you saved your sketches from last week, because now what we're going to do to them is a step we're calling fleshing out. Basically, we're going to add muscles onto our figure. We want to keep it simple when we're adding muscles. We don't want to overload it and make these muscles really exaggerated or making our people too skinny in the wrong areas. So I've got some tricks for you. If we're going to start with the arm, let's look at the shoulder and the elbow. We're going to go around the shoulder and around the elbow, making a skinny type of oval, like that. That's going to be the muscle for the arm. For the lower part of the arm, there's no oval we want to go around. It's going to be straight out of the wrist, kind of like this, and then around our circle. Okay, so this is kind of what our arm muscle will look like. We don't have an actual neck for our guy or girl, so we're going to add a neck in, coming straight down from the head and going into the shoulders. I'm going to draw my other muscles on real quick from my other arm. I'm going to skip the waist, and I'm going to draw right through the hips a little line through the middle, kind of making it a plus sign. Now I know that my high point for my ribs and my high point for my waist are going to connect. I'm going to connect these like this. Okay, now I've got the stomach. Alright, now I'm going to use this point and this point and this point to draw my legs. This is where my leg starts, this is where my leg stops. It's going to go around the knee. Don't make it too wide, okay, and then you end up getting too much of a muscle for your leg. So I'm starting here, stopping there, going around the knee. Okay, next step I'm going to draw is the calf muscle. So if you're looking at it straight on, the calf muscle might go out and around the knee a little wide and get skinnier in towards the ankle. Okay? If you're looking at it from the side, you see the shin bone coming straight down and the calf coming out from that and then curving down. Alright, so that's how we're going to first flesh out our person. Okay, so next you're going to watch me flesh out all the rest of my figures that I have. You want to do this for all 6 figures that you've created, using the same technique that I showed you in the original video. Okay, so now that we've finished fleshing out, we're going to draw some clothes on. How the clothes look and how you draw them depends on what type of clothes they're wearing. If they have a t-shirt or a tank top or a hoodie or shorts or pants, it's all going to look different. You need to think about where the head and neck meet and draw that line first for your t-shirt. Next, then you're going to draw the same type of line where the arms are coming out of the shirt, and then you're going to have to connect them in a way that makes it look like it's an actual t-shirt. Here you see me do that with the tank top on this guy, and now he's got pants. So I'm drawing the part where his feet come out, and then I'm connecting the pants to the waist. Where the waist connects to, you need to make sure that you don't go too high up and that you leave a little bit of a curve. You can draw some details for the face as well as the shoes and other things on here. So just try to overlap on top of your figure drawing what you think the clothes would look like on top of them, and then draw details like face and hair and stuff like that. That's basically all we're going to do on this step, and the next step we're going to outline it and erase. Okay, so here you see me outlining my figures now. I'm only outlining the parts I want to see. I'm not outlining the circles and ovals on the inside. I'm just outlining the details. So the outside shape of the arm, the shape of the t-shirt, the shape of the pants, the shape of the shoes, some of the details into the face. That's all that I'm outlining. And then I'm going to erase so that all you'll see is the drawing and not any of the lines that we use to kind of get the drawing the way it looks. Alright, so now that you're finished, I want you to choose one of your figures to color in. So you see me adding some last minute details on him here and then outlining them with the marker, lines in the basketball, Nike swoosh, a number on his shirt, and now I'm coloring in with color pencils. Color pencils work really well because you can blend them and you can color more accurate. If you don't have them, just try to do the best you can. So I'm coloring in his clothes first, and next I'm going to start coloring in his skin. So I've chosen a brown, and I'm really lightly coloring around his skin first with the brown. Then next what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a yellow and add a little bit of yellow on top of the brown to kind of change the color slightly. You're going to see me do the same thing into the hair, where I'm going to add some black and then brown on top of that as well, finishing up with our basketball, and that's all we really need to do.